So, I've been talking and writing about coming from stillness as a notion, but as a potency of coming from stillness. So I see that we've always been facilitating coming from stillness in Speaking Circle. That's why it works so well. That's what we're creating, a stillness field for people to safely be in. And I also see coming from stillness as a professional imperative in business and leadership. It's another topic. And also as, for many of us, maybe a core value in everyday life, to come from a place that's more grounded and serene when the moments of truth show up, as they do every day in life. So this idea of that stillness is almost a place to come from causes me to open circles these days, saying, let's go into the stillness so we see where we'd like to come from. So I just ask you to breathe and notice any way you breathe, through your mouth or nose, eyes open or closed. To notice that at the bottom of the breath there's a little bit of a pause. That's kind of this marking the stillness space. That's where I start to feel into stillness, and I've been practicing feeling into stillness, and it's become second nature. So what I'm doing here is inducting a stillness, a coming from stillness field, so that when you start getting up for your 3 minutes, you'll tend to speak from here. Whatever you speak about or don't speak about will tend to come from this shared stillness. And just to kind of example what shared stillness feels like, it's kind of a neutral gaze with kind eyes. A neutral gaze with kind eyes. That's all. And from here, I think that stillness informs action. We can talk about that sometime. So we're not going to applaud, and we'll give appreciation silently, any way you want to give it. So I'll take my appreciation, my silent appreciation.
I'm so happy to be here. The last few times I've come in the past few years, it's been because I've had a big event coming up. And it has been like my secret weapon for public speaking. I feel like even just getting one in, like right before, it's like an inoculation or something. It's so good. Because being able to just be with people that are looking at me, it takes the edge off somehow, because it's a smaller group. And then I'm ready for a bigger group. So I am going to be speaking at Book Passage on Saturday and signing my books and speaking. And then on Monday I have 2 TV interviews back to back. So it's a lot. And I feel like I just feel very grateful to be here. And I'm going to be holding all of you, bringing you with me.
whatever my karma is, or if it's just that I was born under the sun sign Aquarian, that I tend to be a humanitarian. So I just delight in people. And I want to thank each and every one of you for sharing. And I just find myself filled with admiration when I get to listen and watch and be a part of it. I do believe we co-create each other and each moment. And I'm happy that I have the space to provide for this, so I get to have it in my home. It feeds the energy, I think, here. I had a chi master once come and he said, "Oh, great chi, great chi." I was like, so I'm very pleased to have you sharing that and add to it. What I get about the stillness is that this is our true nature. That's why I was mentioning, do you want the ego mind to be running the show of your life, which you are the director, and you get to write the script, and you get to choose? And do you want to come from that, like insane sort of manic ego mind, or do you want to come from like your true nature? I think that's what we're all remembering and we come back to, and I really believe that life in itself is a meditation. Because really the meditation is the keep coming back. Thank you very much.
This quiet place with you now feels so familiar. It was 20 years ago that I became certified with speaking circles. I had come up with this painting for play and dancing for depth. And I'd had this aha experience of one day putting this big canvas on the wall and taking the goo of the paint and the colors, and putting on the music that I meditated to, that I danced to, and brought that depth into the play. And my paintings started becoming really expressive of what I was feeling inside, and out of the way of the mind that had, you don't paint that well, you don't even draw that well. Then I had this aha moment that I was going to teach this. But I was afraid of public speaking. So guess who I leave? Thank you.
I'm noticing my heart is beating. There is no part of me that really wants to do this. However, there's some frontier that a part of me feels I need to cross. I've been a teacher, educator for many, many years. I've always hated groups. Never liked being in front of a group of kids, adults. Just not. I could never be present. And it always felt uncomfortable. And now I'm trying to do this new work, to embark on a new trajectory that feels more aligned. And if I have to work with groups, I have to find another way of doing it. But the question, I have a question now that's coming that's really noisy in my head. It's actually a two-part question. How do I hold on to stillness and presence and still deliver content? How do I trust that the content, that I won't go blank? And what happens when the people I'm talking to are not so receptive and kind? Thank you.
Appreciate it.